Welcome to another great episode of the Imagination Podcast for episode 11. Brought to you right after the Mason Comic Con out here in sunny old San Diego, California. Starring your beloved host, Jared Gingrich,
Johnny Ray,
Jeremy Hart,
Angie,
Ruben.
We have some really cool things to talk about tonight, but before we get into that, let's talk about breaking news. Our phenomenal employee, Christine, has been promoted to a core team member, and she will now be permanently with Imagination LLC. And we're so very excited to have you aboard the team, and looking forward to seeing your continued successes, Christine. Second thing is, as of this morning, we have finally officially mailed out all 3,000 some keys of the Groupies bundle. So if you purchased Indie Assault through the Groupies bundle, please follow up with Ali. As soon as possible, he will be emailing them directly out to the consumers as time permits. So be sure to check your email inbox and your spam folders, please, for that. It's going to be life-saving, and you're going to love it.
tell your friends.
Yes. All right, to jump in here with the panel topics for the night. Topic number 1, Indie Assault new build updates. Let's discuss some of the recent build developments that Lucas has implemented for us, including Crow implementation.
So, Crow, he's in there, kinda.
doesn't do anything.
No, he doesn't do anything right now. He only has aerial movement, and that's it. It's hilarious. Like, you can knock him up and you can move around, but since he hits the ground, he's stuck. So, we got some stuff to do with him.
A little work to do.
And he crashes the score screen.
Yeah. But we have faith that Cedric will bring him to life.
Yeah, we have some of the animations done. Just need to implement them now.
Yeah. Right.
So, Jeremy, Cedric, and I are talking about Crow. I haven't started up a new discussion for just us three.
Nice. Let's go into Jeremy Hart's beloved discussion of the slightly revised Blitz Assault. What is that called? A mask that Cedric was discussing last week? Is that what we use?
For the gauge.
To get it fixed for the glade?
But yeah, that would probably be the way. The fist, yes, the fist. Right now we're just kind of like slowly fist up the screen.
That sounds so...
We need to build up instead.
I almost did a spin kick right there.
But I really want to see that fixed, though. It's like an eyesore for me.
Oh, yeah.
I do feel you, because every game has a...
Gauge. That's a gauge that fills up.
Yes.
Yeah,
Every
me,
game.
it looks like Jaws right now.
Yeah. Looks right when it's full, but like when it gets there, it's like, what's going on?
Okay. So hopefully we can get that. I don't know if I'm going to have Brittany revise it because as much trouble we're having with it, to do a thicker outline. Because right now it looks like a sketch.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want this outline to be too prominent,
Question with that, we need to have him check for the HUD alignment if characters go behind that. Because right now it's not, and Spade can get hidden. I found that out playing.
Really?
Yes. Right now, if it's 100% and Spade's just chilling behind it, but not the picture profile, it's I'm staying up, not going transparent. Okay.
Maybe it's because of Spade's height.
But he is shorter. So.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. The detection might be set higher. Because I've never noticed it happen with Ran, Haley, or Tidus.
We can check Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll have to play around with it. But either way, it still needs to be fixed, especially for Dragon Valley.
What do you mean for Dragon Valley?
Just because of how the HUD is set on Dragon Valley.
That's the camera, though. The camera doesn't descend.
Yeah, true.
And that's due to it's a hand-drawn background.
Yeah.
That's the issue we have with that. Unless we duplicate it, which I've talked about before. Just really weird, with the little moment, you're like, oh! Nope, just more trees. What else do we have? Oh, cleaned up load times. Has anyone else noticed besides me, the game loads a lot faster?
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, it's way
faster than how it has been. It's been like you're driving on a road and there's just the potholes everywhere. It's okay, this is smooth, let's start a match. Oh. Was that it? Okay, let's continue. All right, the match is over. Dang it.
The games felt like a lot smoother too. With that, even the fights, I feel like it just got a little bit smoother. Like there's no lag or anything. I was really happy with it.
Nice. Yeah, really confident and excited about that update.
Yeah.
Moving on to the brand new topic of tonight, new character acquisition insights. Guys, let's discuss the reasons for implementing Crow and how it will lead to new partnerships within Indie Assault.
Well, Crow has a very unique aesthetic and concept. That's one of the main reasons we wanted to use someone like him. And not only that, but he has such moveset potential, and just being such a cool character, he can really draw people in.
I agree. I've never really seen like a villain like him in any other game. He's like really unique to me.
Yeah, because a big thing when you play as a villain in other games, either they're never expressly a villain, like a Destroy All Humans. You could look at that as it's a war game, or or they like chicken out partway through. Like in the end, they're just like, oh, I'm just gonna be a good guy now. Even in like Infamous, when you're a bad guy, you're not really a bad guy. You're just a good guy that does bad things.
Yeah.
I want to go on a limb and say, great job. Thank you so much, Starblade Games, for not only being our partner, but also going out and, over and above and giving us, insight and feedback, to our questions, because, at the end of the day, it's about making, a masterful experience for everyone. And, every little bit of feedback counts, and, it's extremely rewarding for us.
Yeah, especially since they're really looking at our project. Because some partners haven't been as helpful.
Attentive, I'd say.
Yeah. But everything we send them, they give us detailed feedback for, which is awesome. Like, oh, it'd be cooler if you moved this way, or the
Can you
lighting
space this more?
yeah.
Just simple stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Or like, the coloring on this isn't right. Could you color it more like this? Could you add shading here? Just all sorts of cool stuff that it's not an inconvenience to us. It makes us make our product better.
Yes. That's a huge noteworthy thing. And with that in mind, I think that esteem and that level of quality and detail is going to really push and show to our, presenters or indie partners, like, hey, we should get a piece of this, Some of the larger big boys are like, oh, we don't know if you can handle our style. Like, give our artists a shot, let them showcase their talents. Ruben and Andrew here, we have 2 artists with us tonight, guys. And let them show what they can do as far as, that style. And, if you guys think it's great, or if you guys, think that they can pull it off, let us know. We want to do some awesome indie games, and, we're as open as possible to, most of the games out there. I mean, given different stipulations, but we want to recreate it as much as you want to in our game. Because that way it's distinguished, it's fun, and it's, very varied. And I mean, let's go back to hitting on Limbo. Limbo has that extremely cool, just, very distinct art style, and I just love it. And it's like, we might not be able to do anything with the kid, but definitely with like a stage from that. And I think that's gonna, inspire other people, whether it be modders, whether it be, other indie partners, be like, oh, look what they did with that. Well, let's see if they can handle our project.
Exactly. And since Nefarious has such a unique art style and does come from a 2D game, and we're doing very well with presenting it in 3D, that's a great way for other partners to see just what we're capable of. Because all the characters that we have, except for Tidus, have come from 2D, either sprites or art.
Yes.
Because, well,
even with Haley, but we just redid her model in 3D to make it a little bit more higher poly.
Yeah, because, I've played Megatroid, and her model in Megatroid looks really different.
It's quite a bit bulkier due to going for a lower poly version. We went for it's not a high poly by any means, but it's more of like a mid poly. What'd you guys say? Have you got to look at the Haley model?
We haven't looked at the model, like in the program.
Yeah, but the only thing I remember you're mentioning, like, if it was more geared towards mobile, then they'd probably be another reason why it
correct
changed some of the
for like, because her game it was a broad experience. For our game, we have a very dedicated we know what we're doing. We're making for the PS4. It's a 6-core processor. We know that 2 cores are used for the for the interface. So we have 6 cores to work with to give our users the best experience possible.
Yeah, because I recently got a smartphone, so I was like, I'm downloading Megatron. That was the first thing I did. And I noticed that her model and that does look a lot bulkier. We have a more sleeked out version of her.
Closer to the original concept.
Yeah. So, I mean, we can either res up or recreate.
Mm-hmm.
Just whatever is necessary. Although the only one of the few indies I'd like, but I don't see us able to do is Thomas Was Alone.
Oh, yeah.
That's such a good like
Is this sarcasm? Sorry, I can't tell in the class.
No. Like with Thomas Was Alone, I was surprised how like emotionally attached I got to it, despite it being blocks.
It's a really good game. I played that at Stanford, and I was like, wow, this is quality experience. Minecraft I'm not as into, but I definitely think, if Microsoft wants to knock on our door, we're definitely willing to listen to you guys.
Just give us Steven Dust.
Yes, yes. Steven Dust and maybe, I don't know what his name, the guy from Gigantic Troy. Follow up with us because I love the frog with the Elvis hairdo. He was so cool.
Yeah. It's like Kroku or something like that.
I don't remember exactly what his name was. But I'm very excited, about our 6 character. We have some really cool stuff here. We'll, further down the podcast, we'll discuss with that. You guys good with that one?
Yeah.
All right. Next topic on the agenda, new forms of partnerships. Ooh. Discuss Indie Assault's future with MLG, possible music bands, and hardware manufacturers.
I want PDP to make gamepads for us. PDP, they also made like the...
They made like Pelican? I think.
I can't remember what it actually stands for, but they make legit fight pads. They made the Mortal Kombat ones. They made Street Fighter ones.
I don't know if we need a fight pad for Indie Assault, but I wouldn't mind having like a custom controller.
Well, I mean, not like a fight pad. Like a fight pad just means a controller.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't mean like an arcade stick.
Yeah, okay,
I mean
gotcha.
a fight pad, because we have some at my store these Street Fighter ones where they match the button layout of classic Street Fighter, so they have all the buttons that were in like the proper location but still the Xbox buttons, so you can still use it with the regular controller. And they have the artwork for like Ryu, Ken, Blanca, and they just look bad.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. I want to see this controller.
Yes, and with our licensing, it says that we can merchandise our characters. Yes. So be looking to the future at some of our conventions upcoming. Once we do get assigned, we shall be bringing some serious swag for you guys.
Yeah, as soon as we start seeing all the memes that you guys will come up with, we'll make shirts.
Plus, rocking our awesome shirts we have now.
Oh yeah, we got some pretty slick shirts.
Mm-hmm. Me and you kind of got like the blood of the force because we got the version 1. These guys all got version 2.
Yeah.
But
we got prototypes. I got like
I know.
I got like a simple imagination vid shirt, and I got my banner shirt with the Indie Assault banner. These guys, like Cedric's, is so cool. Freaking Cedric with his nefarious artwork.
Have you seen him? He's got like the full Britney's logo, and then on the back the nefarious cover art. That was sick.
Guys, with your 2 sides.
I want to ask you, when you talk about music bands, do you mean like indie bands or mainstream?
Yeah, like for instance, I was talking with Johnny over in Edge magazine that, what is his name?
Kid Ink.
Kid Ink. Kid Ink is very into fighting games, and I think that would be an excellent, venture for us to partner with, considering getting someone, popular. And they're like, hey, what do you think about our game? Cross promotion, and, you're also a successful indie, which we're going to be. And, just helping support, what inspires him. If you don't know, Ruben is giving me this, totally blank face community. But Kid Ink has a bunch of video game tats, which is sick, all over his body. And he's just like, what inspires me is being the best at what I can be, and also video games. And, like, anyone that has attitude, I definitely want to support that.
Yeah. Or, of course, indie bands, because there are a lot of video game cover artists. That, like, Bruno Floss, Dwayne Brando, the Megas. There's a ton. That's, like, Nerdcore is actually now a subset on, like, iTunes.
Mm-hmm.
So, if they'd cover Indie Assault's main theme, that'd be awesome.
That would be pretty serious.
Or the Hovering Death theme would be so cool, too.
Hovering Death has a really kicking track. But I'm actually kind of quite happy with the one we acquired for the menus. Like, everyone seems pretty content with that one. Like, oh, it's a good fit. Because before we had this really... What did we have? We had, like, Minecraft for the stage select, and then we had this, like, really, like, do-do-do-do-do-do upbeat song, like, during the character select. We're like, oh.
It doesn't fit with the fighting game. Like,
but I liked it. It was like, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
Eventually, we could have like Indie Assault OTS.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
oh, yeah.
And like OST.
OST,
OST.
I didn't want to correct you. I was just like, yeah.
We'll let the people on there be like, oh, flame her!
But yeah.
I'm tired, leave me alone.
Yeah, we need Waylon to go and remix the Dragon Valley theme, though.
Yeah.
It's too mellow.
Yeah.
It's way too mellow.
I could see that.
It annoys me so much because I love the theme, but
You're not like, I want to kick this. You're like, oh, speed.
yeah, because like Hovering Death sounds great. Gauntlet Showdown sounds great. Forgotten Place sounds great. And Dragon Valley, it's a cool song, but be like violin in Super Smash Bros. Just violin song.
What's the MLG thing?
Yeah, what's MLG?
Major League Gaming.
How do you not know what MOG is? What rock have you crawled out from tonight, folks? Oh my god.
Major League.
Major League Gaming.
Is that an indie thing or is it?
No, it's a professional. It's a
Okay.
community circuit, sir. It's like MLB. MLG.
So are we like we're doing indie, but we're still open to doing like?
No.
Well, no. It's for competitive gaming. That's what you call their esport.
Oh, okay.
So like Super Smash Bros. At Evo, that's the same kind of gist. And since our game is a fighting game, it's easy for it to be competitive. So we definitely want everyone to be able to play it at a convention, at a tournament, and just get down on the game.
Because nothing's more rewarding than seeing Cheetah stick his sword in the ground, and then he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
sword up, baby.
Because
And the next round, he's like, come on, bring it.
yeah,
Round
because
two.
if we have tournaments like that, then not only are we going to be getting, our community's feedback, but we're also going to be getting professional gamer feedback, which,
Pro athletes that make moolah.
yeah. So people who like picked apart every little bit of Super Smash Bros. Melee to where it's a freaking science on how to win, those people telling us what needs to change, that would be amazing. That's the kind of feedback we really need.
Yeah. And then we were saying about hardware manufacturers. You're talking about like
Like I said with PvP.
The controller.
A controller and or partnering up with Intel or AMD.
Yeah.
As we know, the other competition on Steam was at San Diego Comic-Con. Sponsored by a hardware manufacturer.
Yeah.
And I think our game can very easily be there.
Another cool thing too is like Sony's starting to sell shells for the PS4, which that'd be a cool thing to have, like a
Oh, yeah.
shell or just an Indie Assault
No,
shell.
Indie Assault Show right now.
Because I there's a lot of them I've
Trademark.
seen. There's a lot of them I've seen that I want to get. I'm like, oh, I want that Hyperdimension one. Oh, I want that God of War one. Oh, there's Bloodborne.
Wait, okay, so does it like go over? Because I have this sexy Destiny one.
Yeah, it goes over. It's a shot, so it just slides over.
Okay, I can do it for Indie Assault. So I covered up the controller anyway.
It's transparent though for most of them, so it just makes it look like a picture
So
is
it's
on.
like the nude.
Kind of.
What is it called? Life-proof case for iPhones. I'm like,
Yeah.
There we go.
I don't like Life Proof. I just don't like the look of them.
It's better than OtterBox. OtterBox is so bulky and
I like bulky.
Dude, I think it has a lifetime warranty though, as compared to Life-proof has one. It's kind of retarded, but Don't matter to me.
Cell phone talk.
Yes.
We're way off topic now.
No, we're
cell
not. We're
phone
still
cases,
tech.
indie assault, like
Yeah.
Titus iPhone
Yes.
case, bam.
Exactly.
Sold.
On Vistaprint, I almost got one. Almost.
We will put Titus's face on anything at this point. Lingerie, Titus is on lingerie.
That'd be kind of awkward.
Just his face on the back.
That'd be really awkward.
awesome.
Rin branded.
There you go.
Rin,
No,
come
Rin
on.
boxers. Titus panties. Yes.
Okay, so getting out of it. So continuing with the MOG topic, because I do like this one. I think with that, we have several really good partners. Johnny and I actually spent a good deal of time last holiday when we were, first getting introduced to everything up in Los Angeles, and several of our contacts work in the Major League Gaming industry. With those sides in mind, we think, either they can get us in and or, get us partnered, which is ideally what we're trying to do, because we are now looking for a marketing person. So if you're a marketing person, feel free to apply on our website.
Link.
Email us.
Yes. But we're definitely very, excited about that and looking for the future. Probably won't be towards the holidays when we have something more refined, because we actually have a couple partners we're waiting to follow up with just because we want them more refined and we want the game on PlayStation too. Yeah. So that's pretty much what we're waiting for. Damn, the race at the table is just like, this is totally news to us. All right, moving ahead. Additional franchise reps. All right, panel, discuss if any franchise should have a second rep. This is discussing namely Lilac, Carol, and Mila from Freedom Planet, along with the princesses from the Furious and or possibly Tatiana or Acre from Ascension X. Sound off.
For certain partners, it'd be possible, but it all depends on time and fan request. Like, a lot of people have been asking for more Freedom Planet characters. Like, pretty much every list I see has at least one Freedom Planet character on there, which is hilarious. But that's something that in the future, maybe, or Indie Assault 2, maybe.
Yes.
But for now, I'm thinking that it should be one rep per game. I've already posted something to that effect for someone else who was asking about multiple reps. But
correct. We're trying to share the love with as many indies as possible. As nice as it would be to, interact more intricately with some of our IP partners, we'd like to, give a full share of the indie industry as it may be.
yeah, but when going forward, if we ever do an Indie Assault 2 or DLC, that's where I think that would start coming in. And even then,
With the request.
Yeah, with request.
Because, the thing with PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale is, all the characters that were coveted were never released. And it was okay.
Yeah, because, another Freedom Planet rep, I could see that. But someone else from Ascension X, I'm not as sure on, just because a lot of people haven't been requesting that.
Yeah.
And we have leftover models and stuff for Titus's stuff. Which
Johnny's excited to see Christina in the game.
But I wouldn't want to use the leftovers for Titus, the Last Great Swordsman, as characters, just because people would be like, oh, more of this type of thing.
More original content? Yeah,
Yeah.
We'll go with what the community wants. If they want indie, we'll give them indie.
Yeah, well, I guess for Freedom Planet, just from the other ones that I saw, maybe Carol would be cool or something, and then I guess pretty much the same thing about Ascension X, and then I'm not sure too much about for the Furious, because the princesses they don't really do anything. He kind of gets powers from them, so maybe part of his moveset or maybe an assist or something.
Have them, some of their moves as part of his moveset. It's just we could easily come up with an original moveset for any of them. Well, I don't want to say easily, but they lend themselves to coming up with an original moveset.
I'm fans for Johnny. What was the girl with the red arms? She looks sick.
Tefra.
That would be a sick heavy fighter.
Oh yeah, I would love to see Tefra as a playable character. That'd be awesome.
Oh yeah.
She's my fave. sorry she is. But yeah. And plus, since Starblade has been such a great partner,
Yes, they have.
that's and it'd be easier to do something from them just because the rest of the characters that we have, Megatroid doesn't have any other characters, so that's why I didn't. I mean, they do, but they don't.
Yeah.
Not anyone we could use realistically, unless you want us to somehow make Spec his own character.
That would not work.
No.
It'd be like putting Navi in Smash Bros. Although I would like to punch her.
I don't know who she is.
What?
Zelda.
The fairy?
That little thing?
Hey,
Yeah.
hello, listen, watch out!
You're the least gamer out of everyone here.
I'm a movie buff, okay, man. Get me down for some movies. I'm like, boom, I know it. We were doing the card game the other night, and I was like, boom, 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 and my roommate's like, whoa, how old are you? I'm like in my 20s, and they're like, dang, you know a lot of movies. I'm like, yes.
Ash.
I learned about that. That was pretty cool. Because I seen the new one. The new one was sick. I love the intensity of it.
I've only seen the original.
You gotta see the new one. Just the intensity of it. But back on topic, I'm voting for a no because I'm very, very forward with representing everyone and giving everyone a chance. It is a lot of work.
Yeah.
A lot of work, and we love our characters, but just we have the talent. It's just we don't have the time or the resource to actively set aside to build out a character with 90 animations. Because with that, you have to deliver, on all those frames that people are talking about, in our reviews. You have to make sure the character's fitted, he's properly rigged. More importantly, that, he jives with, everything that we have. It's like right now, we've been working like crazy people to, get Crow. It's almost been 3.5 months since we've been working on Crow. And now he's just now ready to be added into the game. So in just that level of seriousness in preparation for a character.
Yeah, so also for me, no, as of now. Going forward, if we're multi-billion dollar, like Minecraft, totally bring it. But right now,
You should have said Riot Games. We'll just invest $30 million into what we want our players to be able to talk better and faster. So we're gonna invest $30 million in a better headset mic. Boom. That's how you know you're balling.
Oh, yeah.
When you can just invest $30 million into a headset.
Yeah, if we got 30 million guys, you'd see Mila, Lilac, and Carol.
But we'll see, as the fighting game industry evolves and, how fighting games are taking. Because, kind of have to say it, but the way that Mortal Kombat seems to be going, Mortal Kombat X, it seems like that's the way the industry's trending with, character progression, how stuff's handled. We're also very sorry for everyone who has a PS3 and 360, as I heard that's been indefinitely delayed, which sucks.
Well, they said fall?
That's when all their games come out for Warner Brothers. I don't see why they're like, throw it out there in the fall. Maybe 2016,
Yeah.
They'll still own that antique,
I'm thinking they're going to just end up canceling it. It's been pushed back way too much. I think that was bait.
Just get the better one.
You know what? Now that you're hooked, we're going to take your smack away and just get this $400 console.
Boom. Marketing.
Yeah.
Right. Moving right along, let's talk about Sora character inclusion. Discuss Sora from 100% Orange if she should appear as a playable avatar in India song. Sound off.
Why?
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 That's one of the characters that was requested, and I was watching gameplay footage of it. I'm like, I've come up with some movesets, guys, but that's like a good week of work for me. I'm sorry, Jared. But that's like a good week. I mean, it'd be like trying to give a Mario Party character a moveset.
Okay, I had to come back to it. It's the Mario Party one. Okay, the board game one.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, what the?
It has RPG elements, which you could work with, but when it comes to making a dynamic stage, it'd be hard to do that in a two-dimensional plane, because I mean, in Smash, when I played the new stage that it has two planes, it shoots you back and forth. It is so obnoxious. So having something that moved around it would be difficult and annoying. I just think it would be way too much work for not enough payoff.
Any feelings on that, Ruben or Angie? We're just
yeah,
going
well,
sad tonight.
yeah, I mean the elements and like kind of rolling the dice and stuff, and with the cards, and it's kind of, I don't know, yeah, coming up with the moveset and, well, I guess the 2D part too with the, because it's kind of different where it's like a board game kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably.
Well, I'm gonna say no for character moveset, but I do like it. It reminds me, it's like a cute, adorable strawberry shortcake like environment, and I was like, dude, that's super cool. Because I love in the Furious how there's like this like Candyland Russia. Yeah. Awesome.
I love the song there.
Yeah.
I want to hear like a metal version of that.
That would make your ears bleed.
Play that. I'm good to
But yeah, Jeremy, what do you think? 100% orange? Yay, nay?
No.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Nah.
No.
All right.
Maybe an item.
Maybe.
Just throw a dice.
Dice, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit the equation at all.
Really.
The more you roll, the faster your character goes for a few moments or something.
Gotta be plugging or giving a big shout out to this game is I was pleasantly surprised and very happy that our co-lead here threw it on the agenda to discuss if a character from Cross Reverie should be a playable fighter. This game is currently crowdfunding on Kickstarter, and I give it my seal. Looks really exciting.
Yeah, it does look really good. The main reason why it's on the podcast is I was just like going to check out the forums on Steam Greenlight, and I stopped when I saw it on Greenlight because the cover art was just so cool. When I started looking into it, it's an ambitious looking project.
Cool, so it's on Steam Greenlight?
Yep, it's already been greenlit.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
So I think even if they don't meet their goal, they'll end up still
Releasing a build or a demo or something,
Yeah.
maybe.
It's only been up on Kickstarter for like a few days now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's
8 days.
8 days, yeah.
8 or
3
9 days.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's made $12,000.
so hopefully we can. Their goal is like 40 or something.
43, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So hopefully they get it. Looks cool.
Yeah, it definitely looks really cool. For those of you that don't know, it's a dark JRPG style game made in Canada.
I think if they added more platforms, to my knowledge, it's only PC,
Yeah.
Mac, and Linux.
No, it's their stretch goals originally just had all console ports as one, but now that they separated it, so PS4, PS Vita, Wii U, and then Xbox.
Gotcha.
So it looks really cool, and I'd like to have a JRPG rep in there.
Definitely,
Yeah, that'd be
definitely.
cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd probably go with Elisa or Rose since they'd have a really different moveset than the characters we have. And Rain, the main character, she fights with guns, and that's like kind of hard to imagine to build an entire moveset around.
It'd be like Fox or Falco.
Well, it doesn't look like she really moves. It's more of like a gunslinger type of thing.
Reminds me like the character from Kara's Ruin. It's like a Borderlands for handheld, and it kind of had like a gunsman person that would run and shoot. That's kind of my interpretation of it. But nevertheless, I give it my unabated. This game looks amazingly legit. I'm very excited for it. I'm thankful to the developers, providing this and creating this very cool looking experience. Should it successfully crowdfund or should they want to reach out to us, Cross Revier's team, do you know their name? Synex Soft. If you guys want to reach out to us for looking for a really cool stretch goal, do it, we'd be interested to discuss in further, private detail, more about what it would incur. But I think we can all heartily agree that the game looks pretty awesome. That we'd love to brand out, a JRPG character, as we've been wanting a couple, and unfortunately, just terms and time hasn't been so favorable in terms of that.
Yeah, for me, it's depending on how their Kickstarter goes, and
We're thinking like Ukulele, because they got the Super Indie Cart update before they even really.
Yeah.
Although it was a massive success, but
yeah, but they've been doing well, so they're most likely going to meet it. I mean, they're probably not going to. Unless they get a surge, they're probably not going to like crush it like Ukulele did.
yeah.
But if they reach their goal, and since we do have partners now that are released or they will be released by the time
That's a good question for the panel. How do we feel about having another character? Because it's very inevitable that we're going to be releasing Crow before Nefarious.
Oh yeah, because
Crow, please come to PS4.
but a couple of our partners will be released by the time they would be implemented going forward. From people who we're in talks with now, I'm not gonna say released, going to be released, whatever. I'm just saying that we're gonna have characters like that. So if we were to do Cross Reverie, it would be far, far away from what we are now, but it would probably still be before they were released. But that being said, they look cool.
Yes.
They could definitely have a cool moveset, whoever we went with. And one of my favorite things is it has 3D models.
Yes.
It makes our lives easier.
Yeah, because and unlike 2D art, where we have to model the character, they already have a rigged 3D model. So that cuts out so much work for us. I'm not trying to make it sound lazy or anything, but it would just make the character a lot easier to produce.
And retain that art style too. Mm-hmm. That's pretty important.
Exactly. I mean, we might have to like raise up, raise down, whatever to make it fit within the assault, but for the most part, we'd be good to go.
Mm-hmm. So I think we should talk about maybe, our prior, like with it, like we had, a few issues with a couple of the characters. Like video games are, works of art. It's like a movie. It goes from draft 1 to draft 2, to a final cut. And I feel like that we had that with, one of our partners, and just some of the style we had with the character. It didn't properly match up. I mean, we've implemented every single tidbit about the characters, what the community has requested. But, like just having that, that asset readily available would, I won't say sweeten the deal, it just makes sure that their expectations completely met from a visual standpoint.
Exactly, because
with him, like, I would say it's not his face. It's to me, the most obtrusive thing to Spade is, like, his hair. Like, his hair kind of looks like he just gelled it forward. Like, oh. Like, and I think it's due to the way, like, the art looks. It's not, like, because the art's just his face. There's no, like, back sprites or anything of Spade. So,
yeah, because when a sprite, especially in a 2D side-scroller, they're always facing the screen no matter which way they're moving. Mm-hmm. So there's no way for us to see his back to get depth perception. And even with his artwork, he's always turned. We never see him from the side or the back, which is totally fine. But when we're
going into a 3D environment with that, our artists need to know.
A lot of people, there was a misunderstanding where a lot of our team thought that Spade's eyes were shadowed, not that wasn't fur. So we didn't have a shadow on his face. Yeah, we had like this mascara.
So you got his like little mess thing.
Yeah.
Well, first we went with like this black thing, and then they're like, "Oh, it's not a panda," and they're like, "Okay," and then they revised it. Well, we thought it was a panda, and we're like, "Okay, sure, we'll revise it."
They were originally going to make him a panda, but they changed it.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Because he's now a cavi.
It's like a rabbit kind of thing. You have to look
like
it up.
Rabbit,
like the exact
gerbil.
name, yeah.
It's a small domesticated animal that most likely a little girl would have. It makes him seem a lot less cool, but he still looks cool.
Well, once you look at like the picture of it, you're like, oh yeah, that's Spade. It looks.
Yeah. It's like Shadow the Hedgehog. You're like, oh, he looks so awesome, and then you're like, wait a minute, hedgehogs look kind of adorable.
Yeah.
So, but all in all, a 3D model, Godsend. A rigged 3D model is a godsend.
That's true. That is true. The thought-provoking question of the night, panel. Finally, alrighty, panel. What do you think in terms of product evolution? Would you like to see happen with Indie Assault? Let the community hear your thoughts.
Well, going forward, we want to be able to balance and add content as much as we possibly can. We don't want this to just end up being one of those things that sits on your hard drive. We want you to always be playing our game. We want you to always have a reason to pick it back up. Whether it's your friends come over and you want something fun to play with them, but all you have is a PC, you can play Indie Assault. But going forward, I definitely want us to keep adding content post us being considered final release. How we'd go about that, though, that's the kicker, because a lot of games they charge for DLC, which there's a ton of different ways that we could handle that. Like, we could either kickstart it, we could use the profits to produce it, but then when it comes to talking with partners, it gets confusing if you're going to be selling their character's likeness separate to the main product. So that would require a lot of changes to our current licensing agreement, I would think.
Yeah.
But I want Indie Assault to continue as long as it possibly can.
Same here.
I
think we're looking more in terms of should we say it? There's been some questions leveled at our team's experience. It's not that we're sitting around here right now looking at each other going, I've done this, I've been there. It's give me this chance, and it's that we don't literally have the time, money, and ability to sit around and consistently produce. We have lives, we have families, we have financial obligations that we have to commit to. And I mean, if at this time, currently Indie Assault, it's a privately owned organization, and with that, let's pick on that game company. They got a $5 million grant from the Chinese government. We haven't got that, so that's a big ordeal between us as professionals and that game company. So whenever you guys give us feedback like that, we're 100% behind what we do. Whenever I'm sending out emails, whenever I'm working on creating, because I create audio assets. Me and Whelan, we sit there and we freaking deliver. That Blitz Assault gauge, that Philip, that's all me, baby. When we're working on content for the game, we're 100% what we're working on. It's just, it's not the first thing that, we're able to physically do due to, financial, personal, whatever it may be, obligations. So, moving forward, depending upon, the expansion of the company, how we see fit, like Google or Facebook, the way, they treat in their ecosystem, that's what we want to be. Johnny and I want to, be here in 15 years and go, hey, we didn't just create a brand, we created an identity. And, be talking about our employees, our employees be giving our company, the top favorable company of the award, not EA, the shitter award.
That's sad when you're the most hated company in America when BP is also in America. That's sad.
Yeah. So
setting the bar, man.
So that
low.
Yeah. But that's my vision as a leader here, community within the studio. We each have our opinions, and anyone else want to give their insight and their feelings about how they like to move forward.
Well, I definitely want to see the company grow more and more, that we're able to produce non-stop content.
Yeah.
Completely full-time, just devoted to the game. I definitely want to see that.
Yeah.
And getting funding, or the game just selling billions of copies and all that would
exploding.
be...
Yeah.
That's what I want to explode, take off.
I mean...
That's my hopes.
Just look at Mojang.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they went from programming that in their spare time to them being able to work on it full time and giving content to their fans without having to charge them and nickel and dime them everywhere. I mean, sure, once they hit consoles, they had costume packs, but before that, when it was just PC, the updates, they were free because so many people were able to play their game and they were able to support themselves. And I would love for us to be able to make a living off of this and not only make a great product, but connect with our community and have an even larger growing community.
Yeah. I want this to be long term, guys. So, as a couple of the reviews said, Indie Salt's there. That foundation set is what they put in, is what's going to define it. And I really feel like that's, what you guys want, but more importantly, we're here. We're 100% committed to delivering you guys something amazing. It's just give us the time, share us, give us a like. That makes our week.
Tell a buddy.
Word of mouth.
True.
Yeah. I guess like just different ways too that we can try to do that with like collaborating different companies, getting different partnerships, and like I guess about the funding and like other things, merchandising and stuff like that. Just building solid foundation for us, and also like just getting more exposure and like collaborating and stuff, and just growing as a company. And,
All right, guys. Thank you so much for that. It's been extremely insightful, guys, for getting everyone's feedback tonight on the panel. Again, thank you guys for listening to us. And congratulations. We also have another breaking news announcement that Natalie is going to be our full-time video editor and also community manager. She's going to be moving into that position effective immediately. So, Lord willing, she'll be able to provide you with one of the best-sounding audibly podcasts, and also, creating it and possibly putting it up onto the iTunes store, hopefully either for this episode or for the next. Be sure to subscribe right here on YouTube. Like us, Imagination Vet INC on Facebook. Be sure to share us and follow us at Imagination Vet on Twitter. It's been a huge blessing with you guys tonight, and thank you guys for everyone that's, picked up an Nissan's been able to experience this wonderful thing we've already created. And for everyone, on the fence, please reach out to anyone from groupies, follow up with the guys, all the people pre-ordered it. I had 4,000 pre-orders. Just like, hey, what do you guys think? Hey, how does this look? Check out YouTube. People are going to be putting up this stuff. They're going to be streaming this beast. So, we're going to be holding a tournament here in San Diego within the studio on Wednesday and be recording some footage for you guys. But, in the meantime, you guys are awesome. Any closing thoughts?
I can't wait for our new stage.
Yes. That'll be so awesome. If we can get it implemented, because Haley has to work. That's that priority.
Yeah.
All right. Signing off, guys. Thank you for attending this podcast with us, and have a wonderful night, and enjoy all those fantastic Comic-Con explosions of awesomeness. Deadpool, thank God. I've been waiting for you.
Ooh, did they actually show a new trailer?
Yeah, they did. Brand new trailer.
I know what I'm doing after the podcast now.
All right, let's shut this baby down and get ready for some Tower Fall.
Later.